Now, I can't mess with the bike as I currently am. I can change my own aesthetics, but I can't change the bike here. You gotta try it at least once in one of these games. Yeah, let's head for that aqueduct, whatever it is. Let's see. How about low resolution games? Honestly, I think it's a lovely style. Like, I don't want to say that necessarily, now that we've kind of hit this apex of visuals for games, because games do keep getting prettier and prettier with every generation, but it feels like ever since the PlayStation 4, we've kind of hit a bit of a glass ceiling, and it's going to be a long time before we really overcome it, and that's okay. And that, you know, I'm so glad to see that the industry is moving laterally. Because I wouldn't call it backwards. You know, I wouldn't point at this game and say this was a step backwards compared to Horizon Zero Dawn. I think that would actually, that's a wild disservice to both this game, Horizon Zero Dawn, and every artist everywhere. That, you know, there's so much more to art and game design and aesthetics than just peak graphics forever. I really need more particle physics. What I want to see is, like, destructible stuff, probably. I think that's going to be the next big thing in video games, is, like, actually being able to affect the world in a meaningful way. But still, how is Sable? Is there a lot of lag? Only when you're approaching a zone transition. I know there's a couple of issues with this game. So I can't exactly say that it's without problems. However, I can say that most of the problems that I've at least run into have been minor. I'm not going to be able to get up that. We'll head for the aqueduct. That's probably going to be my best opportunity. But I think the easiest way to describe Sable is a peaceful, almost kind of podcast style game. Bridge of the Betrayed. Holy shit, that is a metal name. But it's a very peaceful, meditative style game that you'd turn on and play while, like, watching a podcast. Unfortunately, like I said, there's a couple of technical problems that make it kind of rough. But at the same time, I know they're getting patched. I mean, this is remarkably better than where it was, you know, X number of months ago. So hopefully they can fix it. I wish they had waited until it was, like, truly functional, but, you know, honestly, with a lot of developers like these, I almost kind of wonder if it was perfectly functional on their computers. Or at least mostly functional, and they're just like, we'll patch the rest of it. And then a lot of things go wrong, and they're like, well, whoops. And let's see, what platforms is Sable on? Okay, so, at the very least, it's on... Here, let's see. Okay, so as far as I can tell, it's on every major platform except for the Switch. I don't know if they're planning on bringing it to the Switch. I have, like, a vague memory of Sable plus Switch, but it might have been people asking for it. But so, yeah, I'm playing it on PC. It's available on Steam. I know it's available also through the PC Game Pass, the Xbox Game Pass, Xbox normally, and then just PlayStation 4 and 5. Though I can't speak on the performance for it. Whirligig. Can't do anything with it, but still. I love the fact that the climbable ledges are not covered in bird poop, but ivy. I've been playing too many games where it's bird poop. Ooh, cool skull. Looks like so many of these locations, though, are absolutely just ruins. I thought it was an Xbox and PC exclusive. I don't think so. Oh shit, you're right. It's not on PlayStation. Is it? Oh, you're right. Okay, well, I don't remember. I'm clearly wrong on everything. It's one of those that, like, I think I just, like, assumed. I saw a PlayStation with it, and I was just like, cool. But it was probably somebody asking, what platforms is going to be on? And then it's just like, well, never mind. Everything I know is a lie. Exactly. Ugh. Love the music for this game. I'm gonna buy this. What the hell? Okay. I'm gonna buy the soundtrack for this. Sable, Biomutants, Corn, and Freedom Planet 2 were the games I was keeping track of. Got myself wondering if they'd become vaporware. I was pretty confident that this one was coming out. The developers, you really can tell if it's not going to be vaporware if the developers are really active on social media, kind of. It's stuff like Biomutant was a little bit more touch and go because they were like dead silent forever. And then they're just like, yeah, it's coming out. And everybody's like, all right, is it going to be good? And they're like, no. This, I can say, at least lives up to its promise, more or less, of big, wide, admittedly somewhat empty world to just kind of drive around and explore and so on and so forth. Okay, I'm gonna get over those big robots. Let's go see what they're up to. I mean, obviously, it looks like they're pretty dang inactive. How rad would it be if they're actually still fighting and I just had to get in there regardless? Okay. See if I can cross that. I should be able to. Whoa! What the hell? That looks like a giant piece of a spaceship if I ever saw one. There's so much of that in this game, which, I don't know. I love that feeling. Going back to the idea of, like, going to a place that no one has been before, I love the idea of the reverse. Going to places where people clearly have been, but they've been forgotten or abandoned or repurposed in some really interesting way. So yeah, I am 99% certain that thing was probably part of a giant spaceship once upon a time. And the idea of, like, going into that and just seeing what's in there is super cool to me. Wonder if you've seen the direct lately. Nope, haven't. I don't actually, so fair disclosure, I don't actually watch a whole lot of, PR stuff from various companies. So I don't watch, like, the state of play, I don't watch the Nintendo Direct. So much of it boils down to the fact that it's like, it's nice to look forward to games, and I think there's, oh, hello. I think there's very real merit to doing so. Because otherwise, you know, a lot of these developers really are just releasing their games into an uncaring vacuum, and that's a bit of a problem. But bouldering trousers. But at the same time, for me, there's so many games that I kind of want to check out every day that, you know, do I need to look to the horizon, if that makes sense? That is a letdown. Huh. See, I don't know. I guess for me it just kind of goes back to the whole, I just got too many games to work on. Can you see his face? No. I mean, you can kind of see the face. I thought I'm getting a bit of, like, the way the lighting is on the helmet. Oh, you can actually see the shadows moving. I guess I've seen that the whole day, but it's kind of cool watching them just go on their own. Alright, let's see what's inside this, though I don't think it will let me. No, it will. Feel a suggestion enter my mind. When the swords cross, stand face to face. Monumental stone bottoms. They have somehow withstood the test of time, avoiding centuries of sand blasting it into smooth nothingness. This ritual item glows magnificently. Huh. Did I just get, Did I just get really lucky with my timing? I think I did. Sick. I have glowy pants. Yeah, I bet I just got incredibly lucky with this. Let's just go up here. Okay. I said this was going to be the last thing, but no. Now I want to go over to that big thing. And just see what's there. Where was it? There it is. Yeah, I see that there too. Like, it seems like there's a tremendous amount of stuff up high in this game. If I wanted to go out of my way to get to it. But at the same time, there's just a tremendous amount of stuff. And I don't think I'm going to be able to climb that as I currently am. Well, I'm just going to fall, because we want to get our bike. I know somebody had drawn the connection earlier between this and... Oh, I wonder if I have to... Nope, there it is. Drawn the comparison between this and Shadow of the Colossus. I think these developers would make an absolutely incredible Shadow of the Colossus if they had wanted to. Because, I mean, they've already got the horse physics. Honestly, down even better, frankly. And they got the climbing. And the thing is, like, you wouldn't even have to necessarily kill the Colossi. You could just have them walking around. Just doing whatever, and maybe you have to, like, climb inside them. To, like, retrieve a ritual thing. That'd be interesting. A Shadow of the Colossus clone where you're not actually killing them. They're just there. Kind of like a mix between Shadow of the Colossus and, like, Breath of the Wild's, dungeons. Okay. You know, I thought this was going to be so much bigger. Never mind, it's huge. The whale. Hello. What is here? What is this? It's massive. Those look like Sandwalkie troop transport kind of deals. Yeah, it's either a colony ship, the colony ship that brought them here. I'm getting a little bit of military vibes from those transports, though. Did the door close, or is it still open? I hope it's still open. I don't know, this is such a cool look. Just these... Oh, shit, look at all that stuff. Oh, did it reset? Piss. Okay, so we got a boogie. I can't run this on foot here. Yeah. Oh, that was cool. Okay, grab that. Okay. There we go. Anyway, seeing as the command just went by and we're pretty much at the end of this, I should say that... Oh, I see. I will make it. I should mention that Sable is available now. I guess I'm quite wrong about the platforms, but it's available now on Xbox and PC, Steam's, and also I think the Windows Store, and then also on the Games Pass. So if you guys do have that and you want to pick this up, I'd say it's worth it. It's definitely worth the $25 price tag that I've seen thrown around. This game is big and maybe a little empty at times, but at the same time, the sheer level of detail that I'm seeing just go by. Oh, Good Old Games has it as well. Hey, good for them. But, you know, the sheer level of detail, the weird stuff, the set pieces in the backgrounds, like, there's some really neat looking art here. And I really would love to see them go further with a lot of these. You know, with this art style, like... Hello? What is this? More than just a box of sand. Just... I robbed a little, like, floaty bot and killed it. Okay, I think that'll just permanently keep it open. Hopefully there's nothing else left in here that I need to grab. But at least we know that for a fact that I can get this back open. Wait, is that closing? It is closing. Oh, I was hoping that would stay permanent. No, 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 no. Ah, you know what? Let's go back. There's actually some more scrap metal in there. I don't know what we need the scrap metal for, but I might as well grab it while we're here. I'm actually kind of amenable to playing more of this, especially now that we've gotten out and further into this game. I mean, really, I think this environment is the first thing that really did it for me as far as, like, this game goes. The rest of it has been cool, but this is, like, right up my alley of, oh, hey, shit actually did go down in some kind of capacity, but why? And, like, any game that does that just inherently brings me in the best possible way. Like, I really want to know what happened in their society here. Are they stuck here? Is this normal? Is this kind of expected? Was this kind of a last-ditch thing? Or is this going to be like a Homeworld Deserts of Karak thing, where they just turn around and find, like, a fully functional colony ship buried in the sands? And then use that to... Ooh, that was a boosted jump. Okay. I guess that was all the scrap metal. Just that one piece that I'd missed. But, you know, are they going to find a colony ship at the very end of this game? And be like, hey, what if we actually went back out to space? But, you know, where did they come from? Why did they come here? Why this planet? This planet doesn't seem particularly exciting, all things considered. I mean, it's neat, but I think a lot of it has to do with the runes and whatnot. And it makes me wonder if, you know, all of this was caused by who knows what. Bot murderer. Hey, if there's anybody to do it, it should be me. Not any of you meat bags. Let's, I'm just gonna try and pop up on top of this. But so if you guys do feel like picking this up, I've got an affiliate link that goes by. And also for the YouTube videos, this is in the description below. Mostly just lets them know that I'm actually doing a decent job here. Looks like it's gonna want me to platform up these boxes. If I want to do things here. I'm gonna keep wandering around a little bit. Okay, scrap metal collected by scrappers for use in a variety of tasks, from repairing bikes and other mechanized goods to producing cuts. Scavenged usually from ancient ships across the desert, can be traded in the scrapyard. Huh. It does look like I'm supposed to climb that. I don't know if it's a good idea. I might buy it, but I want to see how the performance might be a bit more improved. Yeah, it definitely feels like the kind of game that, maybe not necessarily this week, but by Christmas, I would wager this would be maybe even more affordable. Maybe? I don't know. Price tags are random. But you might be able to get it on a nice, like, 30% off, 20 to 30% off sale in a couple of months. And that should be after they've managed everything. What? Okay, well, we've got more scrap boxes. We've got that. That looks like there's just kind of an AI there. I'm definitely very much, I don't want to say pro waiting. Oh, there's a sick spacesuit there. But I bet I have to do something before I get access to it. Hello. I encounter a strange luminous figure. It greets me before I even have a chance to be frightened. New user found. Hello. Please enter your new username. I find myself whispering my own name. It suddenly feels odd in my mouth. Like this is the first time I've said it aloud. Welcome, Sable. I've set up a new account for you. I ask the mysterious figure about themselves. I am this ship's simulated anthropomorphic registry and informational nexus. You can call me Saren. I ask Saren what they're doing here. I'm not entirely sure, Sable. Most of my data modules appear to be corrupted. I'm attempting to access ship records. Saren goes still for a moment. Transferring ship's log to your inbox. No unread messages. Goodbye. Say we're farewell. Historical reconnection. I should look for more of Saren's terminals. Yeah. Also, there's a chum in here. Oh, there's a sci-fi bike too. And it looks cool. Okay. That's a hook right there. I think this would be the kind of game that I'd almost... I don't know. I think against what would actually make it good. It's kind of tempting to be one of those people. I did this with Breath of the Wild as well, where I just pulled up the map. And, like, you know, just a 100% compiled map, where it's just like, yeah, you can just see where all the Korok seeds in relation to where you are. And I think, to some degree, I realize that would probably ruin the experience with this game, but maybe also enhance it a little bit. Because I love the idea... Okay. Where am I going? Where am I going? I don't know. Was Breath of the Wild a good game for you? I had very mixed feelings on it. I think there were a lot of really cool ideas and a huge number of, like, things that I loved about it. Whoa. But there was also a lot that I didn't like. I'm very much in the camp of people that really did not enjoy the weapon durability. I thought that was actually quite rough to contend with. Where am I going? This seems like a valid spot. I think that's actually how I was supposed to get up here. This is really cool. Oh, is this a shortcut of sorts that goes up and down now? Yeah, it's an elevator. Okay, so we've got a ladder there. We've also got this here. Personally, weapon durability made me use other weapons instead of the normal sword. I liked the spears better, but I wasn't, you know, they kept breaking on me. There was like a silver spear that I think had a decent amount of durability. But honestly, for me, like, I don't know. I liked the idea of it at first, but I think towards, like, as it went on, I lost interest. Ooh. That I think it would have almost been better from my perspective if the initial like 5 to 10 hours durability was a serious problem. And like your weapons would break, but it's all like cheap stuff that bokoblins are wearing or wielding and some other things. But if you find enough ship terminals, you can get the spacesuit, like the tech one. That's my hope, at least. But, you know, bokoblin clubs. I'm super down for those breaking really easily. That makes a lot of sense. Same thing with, you know, Lizalfo spears and whatnot. But it felt like some of the, like, Zora-made equipment. Huh. Oh, that was weird. There's like speech bubbles for these things, but I can't really interact with it in any way, shape, or form. Oh well. Let's see. Anything else around here? There's a very windy interior for this ship. No, looks like it's a fat lot of not much. Why can I talk to these? Except for, it doesn't actually feel like I can talk to them. It's just kind of a button that pops up. But yeah, so like, the Goron and the Zora stuff, I almost feel like those should not have been nearly as breakable. And that the point is, like, you're trying to get enough money and resources and whatever to get some really durable weapons that do last. Once you've already gone through the process of, like, having a bunch of weapons break on you kind of constantly. Not particularly necessary, but I don't know, I feel like that would have been a really cool way of having kind of a progression system with the equipment. And then at that point, you would have already, gone through the process of, like, trying every weapon out. And so it would be less of, like, hey, now you can pick your favorites, but you'd already know. You just don't have to switch every once in a while. I think the other thing was it was kind of a problem. I wasn't a big fan of how all of the enemies had infinite durability weapons and I'd run out. It very quickly made the game feel like it was just Link that was just absolutely shit at dealing with managing his own weapons and armor and had no idea how to, like, maintain equipment. And I found that to be kind of odd. So who knows? If they have it again for Breath of the Wild 2, I'm not going to complain too much. But I feel like there's room for other systems. Anything here? Nope. Gosh. I love how every single view of this game looks like a technical drawing. All the ship parts and the bits and whatnot. I don't know. It's neat. Honestly, I am blown away by the sheer depth of this, too. I was expecting this game to be kind of surface level. I was not expecting to crawl into the guts of a crash something ship. Arc ship, maybe? Could be a military ship. I have no idea. Get kind of lost in the art style. It might be easier to parse. It might be a lot easier to parse specifically as the player. That I bet with compression this game is not as convenient to watch. I don't see a way in, which is a bit tragic. I was hoping to find some more terminals, but maybe the terminals are actually scattered around the world. Serial number, huh. Designed in London. Oh. Well, there's a confirmation. So this was an Ark ship from Earth. Of some variety. Neat. Alright. Well, I think I've tapped this place out, at least for the moment. So, for now at least, I think I'm gonna call it quits for the night. I am hungry. And I had a lot of fun. So, I guess one last time for those of you still hanging out and watching, Sable is out now. It's super pleasant. It's super peaceful. It's way bigger than I thought it was going to be. Most indie games I kind of expect to be small and sweet and fun, and this kind of feels like it might be too big for me. But usually too big for me is the right size for everybody else. So, with all that, I keep looking for other doorways. Curious why that one won't open. Maybe there's something else. It would actually make sense for the terminals to be spread out. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, the whale and whatever these are. I don't know what those are. Oh well. Can I? Nope. Oh, that's fine. Whee! Bip. I love freaking her out. Oh, maybe there's a little bit here. Gosh, I keep looking for new things to explore because there's so much stuff to look at. But yeah, I bet the other chunks are all over the place. Nope, can't go in those. Oh, that's fine. But here? I was right. I guess it's not that sneaky. It's just on top of one of these. But I got a chum. Bam. Okay. Anywho. How many chums do I have? I haven't the foggiest. I guess I could check my inventory. I got 6 chum eggs. I wonder if she wanted 15 more or 15 total. I am not sure. But that's fine. So, with all that, thanks for watching, everybody. This is a lovely evening.